Go on.
My name is Atan Okia Moses, duly nominated as candidate for Member of Parliament, Soroti East Division. First and foremost, I want to thank God. There had been fears Atan Okia Moses would not nominate. That is past. I've duly nominated. Secondly, I want to thank the people of Soroti East Division who have donated, supported me for the last almost 20 years, 25 years in politics, who have supported me from 2011, 2016, 2021, and in the famous by-election where I won and my victory was robbed. I return in this election with the pains that brought me into politics. The social health care services is collapsed. The nurses are crying, doctors are crying, they need a voice. The teachers live in shacks, and it's deplorable that they have just called off a strike without sufficient meeting their demands. We are needing a country where we level services for a medical worker to treat people, where the teacher feels at peace to teach our children. And I strongly believe we have issues that we must address at the National Assembly. I return to begin from where I stopped in the by-election, and I will return to Parliament after winning this election to start where I stopped in 2021. The reason I'm in this election is about the people. It's not about me. It's about me putting the competency I studied as a graduate of political science and a master's degree in international relations and diplomatic studies. And it's in this passion of mine, having gone through a history of turbulent health challenges, that I come to be a voice for the patients, for the doctors, for better facilities. I recently wept tears in Soroti Regional Referral Hospital when one of my best friends, a young man, got an accident. He had a scar cracked. The doctors wanted to save this boy. They needed to hire equipment for opening the brain. We have the best doctors in the referral hospital, no equipment. The doctors are weeping, the nurses are crying because there is no responsiveness from the central government, and their problems are only locked in the referral hospital. We need a voice that will go to the National Assembly and speak without fear, because we are taxpayers. We demand and we are entitled to enjoy the benefits of the taxes we pay. The health, education, infrastructure in this constituency, and Mother Teso is a demand that requires a competent voice. And in this election, I want to appeal to the general supporters and the public. We are not going to be violent. We're going to be very peaceful. And we will run a campaign based on the agenda and the aspirations that we espouse, because it's the people we are putting first. We want to appeal to our colleagues in the NRM. It's not about you thinking you will diffuse the NRM party with state machinery and abuse state resources to fight Honorable Atan. I am in this election. I will be a voice for the suffering policewoman, for a suffering policeman whose children cannot afford all meals, who do not have decent education, who do not have proper medical care. Police have healthy facilities, but they can only afford to be given Panados. They are supposed to be clinic officers in Police Health Center 3s, but there are no services. Even a clinical officer, ill-equipped, no facilities, can't do diagnosis, is only lying to the country and the police force that is giving them medical care. If there are no diagnosis, proper diagnosis, we can't have quality health care. On education, our children are starving in this school. And as a country, it's time we return the national feeding policy. You cannot be starving as a child from a poor home in Kichinjaji, in Otatai, in Morapesur, and you go to school on an empty stomach because your parents are poor, you have slept hungry, and you expected to study and compete with a child of a minister, a child of a honorable member who is going to Teso College, who is going to the best schools in this country, and expect to have a fair footing. That's the reason I am in this election, that we need a leveled country. The child of the poor should eat posho, but not sleep hungry, as you, the rich, eat your pilau and everything. The child of the poor, policeman, should afford university education. We as a country are endowed and very rich, but the resources are misappropriated, and that parliament requires a voice that will fight for effective appropriation. We cannot afford to have a city with a budget of a municipality. We cannot afford to have a city without garbage management that is failed because of lack of equipments. In the by-election, they blamed Atan to have not worked on garbage. Honorable Mike Mukula even tweeted, it is unfortunate that Honorable Mike Mukula, who was a legislator for 15 years, has now brought a son and is playing dirty politics to deny Atan venues. We are going to Oligoi Stadium. All the people, I invite you to join us in Oligoi Stadium. I'm going to be the first politician in Mother Teso to address a rally in Oligoi Stadium in the history of Teso politics. Even President Museveni in 1980 campaigned at the Independence Ground. The NRM in July, flag bearers campaigned in the Independence Ground. Today, Atan will not be allowed to be anywhere. He will not be allowed to move. They are telling us not to pass town. They are telling us not to pass Juakali, not to pass the market. I passed all those places during the by-election. None of my supporters stole anything. They are asking us to pass out of town and go to Oligoi Stadium. We want to rally our people. Join us in Opuyo Television. We will walk peacefully. And I want to rally you. We will abide by what police wants. If they want us to go through the bushes to reach the stadium, we are willing. We are not going to go into confrontation. I want to comfort police. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the DPC, the OC, and other police senior officers. I walked out of that meeting very disappointed and bitter, but I have calmed down after praying and feeling that we need not to stress our suffering brothers, men and women in uniform. So to police, whatever you will ask us to do, we will be abiding. We will not clash with you because we appreciate the environment in which you are working. It's the RCC who is ordering police to do injustice on us, but we will not be tempted into fighting with police. I thank you very much. Let's all join the television procession and we will abide with the police direction and we will reach the Oligoi Stadium. I thank you very much.